The folder is coming like this. Okay, this is the zip file and this is the unzip file, right? So after unzipping this file, you can find out setup.exe file. Okay, you just double click on this setup.exe file. So this MSBI software you can install 32 times in your machine. The same software you can install 32 times. But each time we have to give a different name. I will show you where we have to give. Right. So after you are clicking on the setup.exe file, you can get this window, SQL Server Installation Center. Okay. So in this, you just come to installation folder. Okay. So you just click on the installation folder, this one. So after that, you can get this window. So you have to click on new installation or add features to existing installation. Okay, so just click here. That means, so you can install a new SQL Server software or you can add features to existing one. So already you have installed some SQL Server. If you want to add some more features to that installation, so anyone you can take that option only. So already I have installed one SQL Server in my machine. Okay, already I have installed. If you want to install new one, you can install. If you want to add the features to existing one, you can add any one. So you have to click on new installation or add features to existing installation. So this option only you have to select. It is under processing. Please wait while SQL Server 2008 R2 setup process the current operation. So you guys do one thing. Whoever not completing successfully, so first you have to uninstall that one. Okay, so how to uninstall a software, SQL Server software? You just go to here, go to control panel and go to programs and features. See, this is the Microsoft SQL Server 2008 R2 64-bit. You just right click and uninstall. Okay, so if you are uninstalling this one and you can restart your machine again, you can start the process, whatever the process we have used. Okay, you just click on this setup.exe. Before you are going to install again, so you have to uninstall that one. Click OK. It is under process. Right, so this window will come. Just click on install. Still it is in under process. Okay. Right, see. Okay, just click. You can see here all are paused or not. You can check here if there is anything it is showing red mark, because these are all it is uh, find out the setup rules and what are the files it is required before we are going to install. Okay, click next. Right, so what you are going to do here, you want to do the new installation, or you want to add features to the existing installation. So this is the existing installation, already you have installed this one. So that installation name you have given as MS SQL Server. Okay, the installation instance name we are calling that is a instance name. What do you mean? What is the meaning of instance name? There are two kind of things. One is default instance and another one is named instance. So the default instance name is MS SQL Server. So that name you can use only one time. So you can install 32 times, right? You can install 32 times, but each installation 32 times we can install same software in one machine. But each time whenever you are installing this, you have to give the instance name differently. By default instance name is MS SQL Server. So the second time onwards, up to 32 times. So you have to give a named instance. You can give any name you can give. Why we are giving this instance name means, so you are installing 32 times same software. If you are not giving a different names, so then how we are going to differentiate the installation? So that's why we are giving a named instance. Okay, right. Here now what I am going to do here, I want to do a new installation. I don't want to share the features existing one. Okay, you just click on next. The first time whenever you are doing this one, it is not coming like that way. Okay, right. This is my product key. If you are using any open source edition, you can select this one. So this is something licensed version. So this is my product key. You can use this one. Click next. Okay, so you just accept these license terms. Next, this is the setup rules, right? So SQL Server feature installation. So you want to do some configurations, custom configurations, or you want to install all with the default accounts, service accounts. You just select this one, all features with defaults. Right, if you see here, so what are the things you are going to install? Okay, right, here one important point. So this database tuning advice, database engine service, this means SQL Server Management Studio. Okay, if you are installing only database engine service, that means it is SQL Server Management Studio. This is purely related to SQL Server. So in that window you can write down the queries and you can create the tables and you can create databases. And so if you want only that one, so you just select this database engine. If you don't want SSIS, SSRS and SSRS, SSAS, SSIS, then you just disable this. This analysis services is nothing but SSAS. This is SSAS, SQL Server Analysis Services. What features you are going to install, you can decide here. This reporting services means SSRS. So this is the integration services, SSIS. Why it is in disabled state? If you are installing, this is the first time in your machine. If you are installing, this is the first time in your machine. So this is also in enable mode. But if you are trying to install more than one time, that is a second time. So the integration services already installed. You no need to install the integration services again. So whenever we are installing more than one time this MSBI software, more than one time, the SQL Server database engine will come second time also. SSAS, it will install second time. SSRS will install second time, but the SSIS is only one time. The integration services you can't install more than one time. You can install 32 times the same software MSBI, but the integration services is always only one time. Got it? The SSRS is you can install 32 times, SSAS you can install 32 times, SQL Server database engine you can install 32 times. The SSIS integration services is always one time and it is shared one. All the 32 instances, all the 32 software installations can use the integration services. So that's why it is coming under shared features. Shared features means whatever the features, whatever the components coming under the shared features are shareable. These are not installing every time. So the features whatever the installing each instance is these only: database engine and analysis services, reporting services. No. So the first time whenever you are installing, you have to select all. If you are installing the first time this SQL Server Management MSBA software in your machine, you just select all. If it is the second time, so These things only you can enable. By default it is in disable mode, you can't do anything here. By default these shade features are in disable mode only, already in enable. You can't edit this one, so you can edit only these things. Okay, so I think you guys are the first time you are going to install, right? So don't do anything here, don't do anything here. You just simply select all, just click on select all, that's enough. Okay, right. Then so this is the path you are going to, this is the shade path. In this path all these features are installed. So every time 32 times you are installing this software, so that can be accessing this path and all these features. Okay, right. You just click on next. So there are some rules before installation. Okay, right. So if you see here, these are all the operating system supported, right? And 64-bit. Okay, so make sure your system is in 64-bit operating system. Okay, and right, all are passed. Click next. If there is any red mark is coming, then you have to think about, right. See here, the default instance name is MS SQL Server. So that one already you have used. This MS SQL Server I have used because this is the second time I'm going to install, right? So then you have to give a named instance, you have to give any other name for this one. Okay, for example, if you are trying to install with the same instance ID MS SQL Server, so what will show, it is showing the error, there are validation errors. Okay, see, the instance name is already in use, this one, this error will come. So in this kind of scenarios you have to select, you have to give a named instance, you can give any name. This is the second time, but the first time you no need to do anything. The first time you can select MS SQL Server only by default, because each instance name can be only one time you can use. Understood? Any confusion here, guys?
No.
Achana, Prashant, Pradeep, Suresh, Abhi, any doubt
Uh,
here? Here, right?
no.
Okay, right.
Here.
So that is the difference. Okay, so this is a kind of interview question also. What is the difference between default instance and named instance? What is the default instance, what is the named instance? Okay, they will ask. Guys, every day after the session is over, you have to write down what are the questions we have discussed. Okay, and that answers also you have to write down in one Excel sheet. Okay, so then you have to make a one document, you have to prepare one document, kind of questions and what are the topics we have discussed in the day one and in the day two. Okay, so you have to share the document for every 3 or 4 sessions. Okay, if you are not sharing, then I don't go, I don't move forward, I don't start other sessions. Okay, so you have to prepare yourself for what are the questions we have discussed and what are the answers, and you have to google it the answer. And what I said, that is something you can find out more in Google also, that answers. And that answer you have to write down in your own language, not from copy paste from Google. You have to write down, you have to write down in your own language, because the same way you have to answer in your interview. If there is any uh, anything not correct, then I will correct you. Okay, keep in mind, right? So here I have to take named instance. I'm going to give the named instance as RAM. You can give anything. Okay, so this instance, this whatever the SQL Server integration, SQL Server analysis services, database engine reporting services, all these things I'm going to store in this location. Okay, then click next. There are validation errors. Yes, this RAM also is existing, so I want to use MSBI instance. Caps MSBI. Okay, click next. Now it is checking the disk space requirement. So whether your C folder, in which folder you are going to save this one, C folder, right? You can see here the drive C folder 222 MB required, but you have only 1312 MB. 222 means almost it's equal to 2 GB, right? Because why it is expecting 2 GB only here? Here you are not installing the complete one, because already I have installed some shared features like integration services and some other features. So here you are going to install only reporting services, integrate analysis services, and database engine. So that's why it is expecting only 2 GB, but in my C folder it is showing only 1312 MB availability. We'll check. Go to C folder, right click, go to properties. Yes, I have only 1.28 GB. So definitely nearly I required 2 GB. I don't have space. So what can I do? So whether I have to delete something, uh, so I can't delete anything here, right? So I will show you in a screenshots, because I can't delete anything. Everything is important for me. Okay, I don't have any space. So from this step onwards, I will show you in the document how the steps are going. Right. In which step we have installation. There is only one important step after that one. Okay. After that, that is you don't need to do anything configuration. Right, come here. So this step is completed. So this is setup doc, and you just click on installation in this step, and here it is coming. Click OK, and under the installation, new SQL server and installation, add features on existing installation, the first one you have to select. This one you have to select. Okay, right. So you just click OK, and the product key you have to give here. Click next, and here accept the terms, it's over. And here you have to click on install, it's done. Okay, and here you have to click on next, it's done. Right, so the first time whenever you are installing, that is coming like this way. Okay, so you have to select all this button. What are the things you required? This is database engine, analysis service SSAS, this is SSRS, this is SSIS. You have to select all. Okay, you can select all. Right, come here. So this step also over, and if you are coming to here, right. So the in this step, the first time whenever you are going to install, you can take the default instance. So that's why it is taking the name the name as MS SQL Server. You can give the named instance also first time. If you want to use the default instance second time, then you can give a named instance first time, not an issue. Okay, so in this folder all these things are going to install. Okay, right, come here. That is over, and this is the disk space requirement checkup. Okay, right. So I don't have enough space, so that's why it is showing error in this page. So the next step will come here. This is the next step. Okay, so here you have to select this one. Okay, so in the drop down you can see NT authority system and NT authority network systems. Okay, so you can select the NT authority system for all. Just click here. In the drop down you can see 2 to 3 accounts. This meaning under which account you are going to run these services: SQL Server Agent, Database Engine, SSEAS, SSRS, SSIS. So all these things under which account you are going to run. Definitely if you want to run any services, not only this SQL Server, any services in your machine, in your laptop, definitely one account is required. So here I'm going to use NT authority system account, default account. Okay, right. So this step is also over, and come to here. If you are making this is automatic, in the drop down you can see two options. One is automatic, and the one is manual. What is the difference between this automatic and manual? If you are making this automatic, for example this integration services, if you are making automatic, that means whenever you are log into your system, once you are on your machine, so automatically these services will start. If you are making it is manual, then you have to go to that services and you have to start the service. Okay, so where you can start the services, see here, go here, run services.msc, click OK. See, these are all the services running under my machine. These are all the services. Okay, this is the login here. Under this account, these services are running. This is the account, and if you see startup type, manual or automatic. Automatic means once you are logged into your machine, these services will run. So if you have more services in your machine, so that's why your machine is taking a booting time, more time to start your machine, because you have more services. It has to start all the services. If you don't have any services, then it will very fast. Okay, right. So if you are making this is automatic, where you can find out your, see here, you have two SQL servers. One is MS SQL Server, that is default instance, and another one also I have installed, that is RAM. This is the default instance. Sorry, this is the named instance I have given in the previously. Now we are going to install third time. Okay, now we are going to install, this is the third time. See, these are automatic. These are automatic. That's why these services are running. Okay, so this analysis services means SSEAS, integration service SSIS. If you observe here, the integration services is only one time, but the analysis services MS SQL Server instance and RAM instance. And you can find out the reporting services also. MS SQL Server is there, RAM is there, but integration services is always one time. This is the one point you have to remember. Any number of times you can install, but the integration service always only one time. Okay, so if you want to start the services, just right click. If you want to stop it, you can stop it. If you want to start, you can start. You can, if you want to restart the service, you can restart. If you are not starting the services, then that will not work. You can't do anything in a SQL Server. You can't log into the SQL Server also. Okay, make sure after the installation whether these services are running or not. Okay, if you are making this is automatic, if you are making this is automatic, these things, then automatically that will start. You don't need to start manually, right? If you are coming to the collation settings, These collation settings means what kind of language you are going to use inside the SQL server. That language like English language, the Latin language, what different kind of language. There are different kind of English languages, right? So what kind of language you are going to support, and caps letters, lower letters, which one you are going to prefer? I mean, is there any case sensitivity? So that kind of settings you can do in the collation. See, this installation, all these things is not our responsibility. As a MSBA developer, this is not our responsibility. This is the responsibility of database administrator. They will install, they will configure, and they will give login permission and login username and password to you. Okay, you are a developer, you are not a database administrator. Okay, this is just for demonstration purpose. If you want to install in your machine, I'm just giving. Okay, right. So this step is over. You can select NT network, NT authority system or network authority. You can select anyone, no problem. Okay, and you can select here automatic, right? So this step is over. You just click on next. Okay, if you are clicking on the next, this window will come. If you observe here, there are two kind of authentication modes: Windows authentication mode and mixed mode. What do you mean by Windows authentication mode? If you are selecting the Windows authentication mode, so you can log into the SQL server. I'm going to close this one. Right. So this is the SQL Server Management Studio. Okay, this is a nothing but a database engine services. If you want to log into this SQL Server Management Studio, here this is the framework. We are going to write down the queries, SQL tables creations, all those things. Okay, right. So if you are coming to Windows authentication mode, there are two kind of authentication modes. One is Windows authentication, and the one is SQL server. Okay, if you are selecting here, if you are selecting here only Windows authentication mode, so this will allow only Windows authentication. You can't see the SQL server authentication. Okay, and if you are selecting here mixed mode, then it will allow Windows authentication and SQL server authentication. You can log in through anyone. If you are making Windows authentication, the person, the administrator of this machine, this laptop, who can log into this Windows, so that username only can log into this SQL server. If you are making only Windows authentication, here no need to check out this one. You don't need to provide any username and password. By default it is taking the Windows authentication username, password. Okay, so that's why I'm going to make this is a mixed mode. If you are making mixed mode, then it will give both authentication modes. You can log in from SQL server or Windows also. So if you are making this is a mixed mode, so you have to make for SQL server. For Windows authentication, by default it is taking username, but for SQL server authentication, if you want to log in through SQL server authentication, so the username and password you have to give here. So the username by default is SA. You can observe here the username is the built-in SQL server system administrator account. So the username is SA. You have to note down S smalls SA username. This is the username, and the password you have to enter here. That is confidential, but you have to remember. If you don't know that, if you are forgetting that password, you can't log in through this SQL server authentication. Okay, if you are forgetting that one, so you have to remember this password. The password you can set like this way: SQL caps, sorry, S caps SQL at the rate of 12345. Okay, so this way you can prefer these many two numerics and special characters and caps and varchar data types. Okay, so keep. So after that, you just click on the add current user. That means you have to add your username. The username is nothing but your login machine name, your login username, right? So if for example this is my user, this is my machine, so my name is RAM, so that will come here. Specify SQL Server administrator. So I want to specify the administrator as my username, my Windows username. Okay, you just click on that add current user, then that will come this username. Okay, then go to next, click next. So if you are going to the next, okay, right, so come to here, installation, the native mode default configuration, and installation with the SharePoint integrated mode, right? If you want to connect this SQL Server reporting services with the SharePoint, then you have to select this one. If you don't want to use SharePoint, then you can select the install the native mode default configurations. Okay, then just click on that. If you are clicking on, then this window will come. Okay, this is nothing. Okay, you just ignore and click next. Come here. Okay, so this will come here. Click next. You don't need to do anything. Click next. See here, it is showing whatever the things it is going to install. You can check here, is there any property missing to install? Okay, just now it is ready to install. Okay, so this is the final step. This is the final step. It will take 15 to 20 minutes to install. Once that is installation is over, then this window will come, closing window. You just close it, and it's better to restart your machine. Okay, it's better to restart your machine, and after that whether this is installed or not, you can check here. Go to all programs, SQL Server 2008 R2, yes. If it is installed, SQL Server Business Intelligence Development Studio is coming. So if this SQL Server Business Development Studio is coming, that means SSIS RSAS is installed. SQL Server Management Studio coming, that means Database Engine Services is installed. Okay, so after that you can go here, click on the SQL Server Management Studio. So try to log in here from Windows authentication and from SQL authentication. So here you have to give the server name. Here you have to give the server name. The server name means your computer name. How to find out a computer name? Right click, go to computer properties. This is your computer name. Somewhere you can see, yes, this is your computer name. So that computer name you have to give there. If you don't know your computer name, you just put simple dot, that will take the default one. Okay, so you have to log into the database engine, not analysis service, reporting, SQL Server integration service. Okay, you have to select database engine. If you want to select the SQL Server authentication, you have to give the password, whatever the password you have given whenever you are installing. You just click connect. Okay, I want to use Windows authentication, click connect. Right, so once you are login, this will come. So from here our development will start. This is the steps to install. Okay, this way you can install MSBI software. Okay guys, first you have to do one thing,